That's why most of the people get stuck here. Why indulge in something lukewarm when you have the capacity, you have the ability to fucking be excited for something? Having doubts is awesome, by the way. You know why? A person who has no dreams and no faith in themselves that they can even work on dreams, they would not have any doubts.
Just acknowledge it and let it go, let pass.
Yeah, just like you're letting this wind pass.
Thank you, Eureka. How are you?
Very, very good. How are you?
Awesome.
रिट्रीट के बाद अब हम इस तरह से मिल रहे हैं. अरे भैया. So in this podcast, I'm literally going to do an energy exchange with someone who found his path in 5 days. And not just that, he is now building on that path. So I have today Rahul with me, and I want to give a little bit of context to the audience. What an incredible and powerful human being he is. First of all, I hope his body is communicating that, because he's such a committed and dedicated person. So we got connected through a coach who has just attended one session of mine. He saw my videos for a few days and he decided to attend Reset in Bali, my first international retreat. First of all, thank you so much, not just for joining us, but for listening to your intuition. Right? When you're swiping your card for something that you have, if you don't know what lies ahead, that tells a lot about your internal commitment for yourself. You may not realize it then, but you literally showcase that. On our first one-on-one call that happened right before the retreat, you mentioned that you want a farm and you want to settle there with your wife.
Which I still do.
And you want your wife now. Not now.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I want my wife yesterday.
Tonight.
I want tonight. I want my wife tonight.
Yeah, I want to get married. Yes.
And
that I still do.
Can you share with everyone what did you discover during the retreat, especially your career path?
Okay, there was this idea of, and just to give a bit of a context, I am a Spanish language expert. I have done C1 level in Spanish, and since 5 years I've been working in this industry. So, and I've also done B1 in Italian. So with learning these languages, I realized that this duration takes a lot of time. There's this learning process is lengthy, and people tend to lose interest while learning because they cannot speak in the initial 6 months, 1 year. It takes time because we are not immersed in that environment. So this thought came to my mind that why not create or give an environment where people are immersed in that learning process. For example, if somebody is learning Spanish, entire day immersed in Spanish language. So from there, the idea of a language university came to my mind, and it was just random out of nowhere. However, this idea was dormant.
Yeah.
Since last 2-3 years. I spoke about my dad a couple of times, but nothing capitalized. And as I was a little bit in the laid back mode, so I thought, okay, let's see, and how is it going to be possible? So yeah, so that is where the idea came.
And what happened during those 5 days in the retreat? What got aligned from you?
Okay, first of all, I took the leap of faith that something new or something better will open up after this retreat. I saw some videos of yours. I was really skeptical in the beginning and thought, इसमें scam मिलेगा. What is it for? I spoke to Ratij also, the one who she's my handwriting expert and analyst. So she recommended that, anyways you go for vacations, why not consider Bali this time? And she sent me some links of your videos. I saw some videos and I was still thinking, I said, okay, now let's do this. Anyway, it will be a small picnic as well. So that's how I got into this idea. And then I saw more videos of yours. And okay, so coming back to your question, how did this open up? So we were having a casual discussion at the dinner at Babu's Jati during
Casual.
Yeah.
Nothing is casual. When we're working on, as a coach, this is a note, when you're working on your client's mindset, it's all happening on a subconscious level. And it's better to catch them, find them, have such conversations when they are in super surrendered mode. In our retreat, our dinners and our lunches used to be those moments.
Yeah.
So hence it's
to be very productive.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was like from nowhere, there was some conversation going on, and everybody was talking about their plans, what they want to do. And I said, I have this idea of a language university. And you were like, okay, so how is it going to be? And I was like, okay, this is going to be like this. There were a lot of things which I never thought of, but when you started popping questions, probably I had the answers.
Yeah.
But maybe I was not open to it, or maybe I was not aware about it. So, or conscious about it. So the moment you start questioning, okay, how is it going to be? So how are you going to do it? And I said, okay, but I don't know about the finances. You said that, okay, that can be sorted. It's not a big deal. So that way, slowly started unfolded, and it became so active within me that during the meditation also, somewhere I was lost with how is it going to be? And that night I was so hyper and so all pumped up that I couldn't sleep myself and not even let Nan Kumar ji sleep.
his villa mate.
Yeah, my villa mate. So we kind of, I was like, it's going to be like this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So it was, and he was also listening very carefully, and he was also giving me inputs. So yeah, that's how it began. And then with further meditations and also the some sessions that we did, where we talk in the present, we go in the future, and we behave as if it's present is already happening. So there were also some prompts given by some other participants. They participated, and this actually opened up, and I could clearly see the picture as to how it should happen. And now coming to the idea of, I have to put my word across, for which I was little, again, I felt like the idea might get stolen, but how you explain, can you please explain again at the... Yeah.
So today Rahul had this question that what if, okay, now I am fully committed, what if I go out there and I speak to people, and what if it gets stolen, right? This fear that we have, बचा के रखो, सब बचा के रखो, अपनी जेब में रखो, and अगर दिखाया तो छिन जाए.
हाँ, मतलब the concept might get stolen, yeah.
And it is not something that you're thinking about right now. It was just a seed sown in your subconscious long back. But before that, I just want to point something out for everybody, and especially the coaches who are viewing this. We human beings have this tendency to give solution or give advice. You know what, Rahul? We should lead your business like that. You should speak to this consultant. You should put your money here. Do not do that. Ask them questions, because what answer Rahul is finding in that moment is something your consciousness might not be even aware of. Because if you start thinking from your logical mind and you're communicating to his logical mind, that's such a tiny, minuscule, small, limited world. But the subconscious is humongous, right?
Correct.
So ask questions. And one of the questions I was asking you again and again during that dinner was, what does that look like?
Exactly.
That was the line.
What does that mean to you? What does that look like?
The questions were never about how, because whenever you start thinking from the perspective of how, your mind gets stuck.
Correct.
Because then your mind is like, oh, but then I need to know step 1, step 2, step 3.
Yes.
What if step 3 doesn't work? Then I won't be able to proceed to step 4. There are no steps to creativity, to creation.
Yeah. And how does it look like was the word, was the line that I questioned, that I recollect very often.
So when you ask your subconscious, what does my language university look like? You in fact laid out the entire infrastructure. You were also being the architect of your entire university right in that dinner. That is the power our mind holds fast, right?
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do is, he is building on the path that he discovered for himself. Before that, please pat your back.
Okay.
It's only and only you and the version of you who dreamt of this that made this entire thing possible. It was always within you, and as you told us, since 2 years you've been dreaming. Acknowledge your speed. In 5 days, you went from being laid back, as you said, to boom.
Yeah. I wanted to have a farm life and have a quiet life, get married, have kids, and not be in this matrix and do rush.
Hello, I'm gonna pause the podcast for you for a second. So let me just introduce myself to you. I am Yuvika, your mindset shifting coach, and I have an invitation for you. Watching this podcast, do you also feel like I just want to be in a container, in an ecosystem like this, where I can work on my mindset, just let go of all my limitations and my problems and really align to my goals? Become this person who is head to toe, fully aligned with the goals. Like you wake up and you have these strong beliefs that I get what I want. I am a winner. If you think that you missed your chance to be in Reset at Bali, then don't worry. We are again selecting handful of creative entrepreneurial people to be in our retreats for 2026. So you will find a form in the description where you can fill in your details. It won't take more than a few minutes, and then you will be in our wait list. So you'll be the first person to get to know about the next retreats, and you're going to be the first person to speak to my team and get selected if you align with the energy of the retreat, so that we make sure that you get everything that you want and more through these ecosystems. And if you're watching it at a time when the next retreats are already launched, then you're going to find that link as well. So let's get back to the podcast, and I hope you feel that energy and receive that energy from the whole environment where we're sitting and doing the podcast, and from this incredible conversation. I love you. Mwah.
I love when you talk about your idea because it is so satisfying to be in company of creators, and this is my jam. This is I can spend hours and days just having conversations with people about their businesses, and I'm so happy that is what my business is about as well. So work doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And as you're talking about the idea, it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to do this project and then this. No, it's literally coming from your soul. So what we're gonna do on this podcast, you're literally gonna witness live expansion, live creation happening. So when we decide that this is what I'm gonna do, of course, your as you use the word dormant, your dormant fears are gonna be awakened. Your dormant doubts are gonna come up and start bombarding you with like, oh no, you gotta be safe, you gotta be sexy. That is where the coaching comes in play. The coach, becomes even more important because that's a very soft moment but very important moment. Either you can take, small steps going ahead, or you can listen to these fears and take a big impact. You'll have to take this journey again to come to this point of ownership that this is what I'm doing, but we're not letting you go back because now you're choosing to own it, right? So what question do you have now?
Okay. How I have to put my word across. So what are the kind of people I can talk to about this or put my word across to? Because there are going to be many naysayers who would say, this is not possible. Well, there are so many language institutes that are shutting down, where actually they're opening, they're not getting enough students for the first. And again, what happens, like initial stages, certain levels, people do enroll. And then as the levels progress, it becomes difficult
Yeah.
to cope up with the language. It's just about practice. Any language learning is like a practice. So my question is, what are the kind of people I talk to who can give me some more elaborated idea about this concept, or how is this going to be received in the market? That's what I want
So
to
a
ask.
sub question that I'm hearing from you is, what if you get your answer that I should go ahead and speak to such kind of people so that I get a boost? What if you speak to someone who apparently turns out to be a naysayer?
Correct.
How would you respond then?
So I feel, okay, with time, I feel like I have to just ignore the naysayers.
So when you ignore something, does it actually go away from your life, or is it even more prominent?
No, that doesn't go away from life. Actually, I have to, actually it doesn't go away from my life.
Yeah.
It does
So,
stay.
so what if? What's your fear? What was the naysayer say?
That's what they would say. There are so many institutes that are not getting students for the higher levels,
So they are
then a lot,
shutting down.
lot of institutes are also shutting down.
Yeah.
They're not getting the students. Then you're talking. So those are like simple classes. Right?
Yeah.
You're not thinking about opening up a university for
Exactly.
languages.
So when someone says that, like universities are shutting down, you're starting your
The
own.
classes are shutting down.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to ignore it, that just means a part of you believes that that's true. Or maybe a part of you believes that that might be truer than your vision. So what if you let that be as a yes? Yeah, they are shutting down.
Yeah, they are shutting down, but the core reason why they're shutting down is
It
because
doesn't
okay.
So if you see,
Yeah.
yes, it is shutting down because, and if you get into the story,
Correct.
it's one story after another. When another naysayer, as you call it, naysayer comes and says, "Oh, but then there is no revenue in this. You will only be burning cash." You'll be like, "No, that's not true," because so it's one story after another
That is,
after another.
yeah, because they're shutting down. That is the very reason you need a language university. Why the basic reason why they're
When
shutting
you're
down is
connecting-
because people are losing interest because there are weekends to weekend batches, or there are alternative batches when people
get it.
go home and don't open the books.
So if you observe what we're doing here is, we are detangling everything.
Okay.
You don't have to attach your thought process to the naysayer's opinion,
Okay.
but you don't even have to ignore it, because if you do, it's gonna come faster than.
Okay.
So, is it true that some universities shut down? Yes.
So, yeah,
And
some
that's
classes.
that.
Yeah, some classes do shut down.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Okay.
It eventually this will become so irrelevant, because what you will be doing is, acha, now what is here? This is my possibility. Again, going back to what does that vision look like? Oh, but then, so now you're engaging into your imagination. Oh, my students are sitting in the cafeteria, exactly the vision that you told me, and everything is labeled
Correct.
with the language.
Correct.
So what you're doing is, you're not selling yourself on the naysayer's opinion. You earlier thought that if I pick out a peacocks, that means I'm not getting sold. oh no, they're shutting down, but mine will work because you're still using that as a reference point. Are you understanding? That naysayer's opinion was still very much relevant and alive and taking space in your life. That's why most of the people get stuck here. I need to prove the naysayer wrong so that I am convinced that my idea will work. What if these two things are extremely detached and they don't become detached on their own? It's just something you're playing with your mind. Are there universities shutting down? Yes. Eventually,
Classes, yeah.
yeah, eventually, how irrelevant this will become? As irrelevant as I am wearing a white shirt. Does that have any relevance to do running your universities?
No.
No. So any naysayer coming and saying whatever about your industry, it will become so irrelevant that you will very soon stop attracting such opportunities. But we're not attached to that as well. And if you are getting triggered by someone saying something negative about your industry, that's a very good indicator.
Okay.
That means you don't have to get into the justification of it, the to or the
Okay.
for or against.
Okay.
You just got to look within. Is a part of me convinced that I have a threat that somebody else's class is shutting down? And it's just a reflection point. So you get free from their opinion because now you're using the space to reflect. If I only have a negative belief, great, let me just reuse it. So that I have more space to now believe in my vision.
Just acknowledge it and let it go. Let it pass.
Yeah, just like you're letting this wind pass.
Okay. Thank you, Eureka. Oh, this is how I start. I talk to people about this.
Is that your intuition telling you?
Yeah, I think I should start talking to people, and get some feedback.
Are you excited about telling this to people? Is it like, I can't wait? Is it like that?
It's
If
both.
it-
It's both.
So if you're taking a
It's a little bit
pause,
of nerves and also.
exactly.
It's a mixed
so when
emotion.
it's lukewarm,
It's a mixed emotion. Yeah.
when it's lukewarm, drop it.
Okay.
Why indulge in something lukewarm when you have the capacity, you have the ability to fucking be excited about something? That just means it is something that will be relevant in your journey. You will obviously speak to people. But when it's feeling lukewarm, we waste time because we have to push ourselves in trying to do something that feels lukewarm.
Because there are always certain because in real life we always feel there are certain doubts that there are always some doubts that we have. Some inhibitions, some what if this doesn't work out, what if that doesn't work out, what if this goes wrong, what if that. So that is part of our life, which should not be ideally. But there
It
are
will always be not leaving you.
yeah.
On our deathbed, last breath. Assuming that last breath sits on the deathbed.
So you're talking about 100 years later.
It's
for
like,
me.
yeah, looking at your fitness, of course, you're going to live 100 cuts.
Yeah.
Like in your last breath, you're going to be having doubts. Having doubts is awesome, by the way. You know why? A person who has no dreams and no faith in themselves that they can even work on dreams, they would not have any doubts. क्यों सुबह उठना है, चाय पीनी है, working,
Correct.
sleeping. There's no scope for doubts.
Yeah.
If you're having doubts, that just means you're growing.
I read it somewhere. It said, if your dreams don't scare the shit out of you, they're not big enough. Or
Yeah.
they're not worthy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about you? About your phase right now?
Okay, yeah. There are some fears and all, but yeah, I have to acknowledge that I have to still move forward with everything.
Yeah. But you're talking about the future right now. If you're having a fear, what does that tell you about you?
The dream is worthy of the.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, fuck yes.
You have the courage to
Yeah.
dream right now.
Yes.
It's not dreaming, by the way. You were dreaming for 2 years. Now you're still
Maybe 2-3 years, yeah.
So say it out loud.
Fuck yes, I am a dreamer.
Have you chosen your dream?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So this is just a cue that I want to share with people. When you bring out a nice quote, if your fears are something that what did you say?
If your dreams don't scare the shit out of you, they're not worthy of it.
Huh.
Or they're not big enough.
Yeah. So now, whenever you're thinking of a quote or quoting a quote, always bring it back to you. Actually, make it alive for you. What does this mean for me? If you're bringing this up, this means, as you just said, boom, I have chosen my dream, and that is why the dormant fears are now coming to the surface. That means that you were bold and courageous enough to choose your dream. Do you guys see that smile on his face? Because we have this tendency, look at your body.
Body language,
and
yeah.
change.
I'm trying to like open up.
Yes. See that. Because you were just talking about, I will have to do this. Don't go in the future. Right now, fucking acknowledge yourself.
Yes.
This is energy eating. The more such energy that you eat, you have so much more to give to your project, to your people, to your community, to your family, to your friends.
Correct.
So how are you feeling, babe?
Awesome.
Yeah, boom. So what's the next question before we wrap it up?
What's my next question? Oh,
If any.
with regards to business part, I feel how do I scale up? What is the possibility of the scalability?
Do
of
not scale up. Do not think of scaling up right now.
this? Okay.
It's like you just gave birth to a baby.
Yeah, and I think
Your dog, you want a daughter, right? What is your daughter's name? The daughter that you're manifesting?
okay. I'm not sure, maybe. Okay, daughter that I'm manifesting is for sure, but the names may change because it also depends
Okay,
on
so
her, right?
what's her maybe name?
Shloka,
Shloka. So you just
or it
hold
can also be Katha.
Katha, okay. So you're holding Shloka / Katha in your hand. Imagine if you start overthinking. उसका 12 के बाद कौन से college में admission कराएं? Which college after 12? Does it make sense?
No,
You're not even being present with the birth. She's just born.
correct. Yeah.
Also, can I give you a tip?
Yes.
These heavy and amazing and sexy adult words like scale up and all these words, they are energetically a little heavy. You know why?
Yes.
Because when someone thinks, oh, I have to scale up and all of that, is it naturally coming from you? When you wake up, do you think, how do I scale up? Man, like, no, it's all part of the fucking process.
It happens. It happens with time. It unfolds automatically.
When you started building your body, were you thinking of scale up? Kaise karu? No, you were so committed and in the flow.
In the flow. Yeah.
This is the product now, and this is not the end. You're still working on your body. You're still working on your.
Yes. Well, there are certain questions like with regards to business now, it is about कि funds कहाँ से आएंगे, land कहाँ पे करेंगे, what will be the location, and how do we market this thing? Because people need to know that something like this exists.
Yeah.
So
what happens when you have the funds, you have the land, you have the people?
correct.
What's happening now?
Okay, now we have the land. We have given the project for construction to.
It's constructed. Now what's happening?
Yeah, we have started taking students. We are starting admissions.
So you took admissions. People are sitting inside your university now. It's happening.
Oh, we are now thinking how to make it better and how to give them more immersive experience.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because it is not just about teaching somebody. It is about giving them a tool
Yeah.
for life. So the better you equip them,
Yeah.
more fulfilling the experience is.
So right now what's happening is you've already created the product that has literally helped them and people are fully immersed
Correct.
in your project. And now you're at a point you're taking feedback from them and improving. So now when you are here, your project is done. It's now
Correct.
improving. It is at the
Correct.
improving stage. So when you operate from here, synchronicities are going to start showing up to you. What does that mean? Usually people think synchronicities mean you're just sitting and chilling and not doing anything in life, and people will start coming to you and start offering you things exactly what you need for your university. That's going to happen for sure. It's 12 a.m. and you wake up and you're like, oh fuck, I had this friend in 3rd class who is now an investor for education industry. Let me send him a message on LinkedIn. Did you remember? No. Maybe not. But it's something that came to you at 12 a.m. Can you schedule this? Can you plan this? Can you put this in your to-do list? No. It came out of nowhere, but it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of the consciousness that you just lit up by being in this vision of yours that your university is up and running amazingly. People are having a great time, and now it's time to improve it further. When you're living in that vision, anything that is needed to take you from this current point in time to this point in time, which is all happening in the same time, by the way, in your consciousness, it's gonna keep coming to you. Whether it's coming from your own memory, your own consciousness, or you meet someone at a fucking grocery store, or a random mail is gonna land up in your mail. We don't know. So when you're asking the question, but then how will the funding come? How will people come? We don't know right now from this point's consciousness. But when you're living in the end that this vision is done, a lot is gonna come from within. And it is going to be created. There's no other way for things to for us to make things happen. If you sit with an entrepreneur and you ask an entrepreneur, oh, how did this happen? They can give you a lot of answers in the retrospect.
Correct.
Oh, I did this marketing and then but why is happening? Nobody knows.
Correct. You can always connect the dots when you go back, reverse. You can never connect the dots well going forward.
Yes. So does that tell you that eventually as you look back, you're gonna see that your dots are connecting?
Yes.
So how does it feel knowing that dots are anywhere gonna connect?
Correct.
Why obsess over asking questions of how?
Correct. Correct. Okay, good. You brought this up. There was this meditation that we did, I think, where that was online meditation, where you asked us to. I think that was the first meditation, where you asked us to think of things that you thought were not possible for you or you won't be able to do it, and you made it in life, and you were able to achieve it. It can be any small thing, it can be anything big. So then you asked us to be in that energy, and now imagine what all you want to do. How is that not possible? So yeah, so eventually I feel a lot of things that we felt were not possible or we won't be able to do it automatically happened with time. We were able to achieve it. So maybe somewhere the seed was sown. So same goes with these things or the doubts or the inhibition that I have. Probably everything will unfold.
Will it
With
or
time.
is it?
Okay, it is unfolded already.
Yeah. Is this conversation a part of your journey as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is already unfolding. Yeah, awesome. So my team has just given us a sign, so we're gonna wrap it up. Before that, he mentioned about this particular meditation. By the way, also the things that we do in the sessions, I don't remember any of it. It's a channeling that's happening for me. My brain is off. So I like it when people tell me that we did this meditation and this is what I received. So thank you so much. I just want to share with people, this is the meditation that we did. They went from lack mindset to abundance mindset for themselves. When you are pursuing or thinking of pursuing a project or a new career path, you're in a state of, I don't have it right now, but I want to build it. I don't have the answer right now, but I want the answer. I don't have the path laid out right now, but I want it. I don't have the confidence right now, but I want it. This is the energy of absence. Like what I want is absent right now, which is the biggest false statement ever. Because you have created so much in your life, it's just that we're not remembering it right now. So in our meditation, what we did was they remembered everything that they have created from scratch. It was not handed over to them. And when they remembered, and this is an exercise I'm giving to everyone, literally remember, oh, I created my first startup like this. I created my first child like this. And I created impact in my parents' life like this. Or the smallest of thing. When you go through those memories, you are reminded that you are the potent creator of your life. That never went away. And the same energy, now you will just automatically, naturally channel into your project, right? So it's good to know that had an impact.
Thank you, Deepika.
Yeah. Thank you, and I'm so excited for your journey ahead, because I see it in your entire aura and personality, how much you care for people. This is one thing we heard from everybody during the retreat in Bali, that Rahul is so caring, and that's what you're channeling into your business. It's all about love and care for people, right, and their growth. So it is but natural that your vision is going to be humongous, and we are obviously not scraping off your vision of having a farmland with your beautiful wife and Shloka slash
Katha.
Shloka slash
So these are the names I like, but probably if my wife has some other choices, I'm okay with that as well.
Shloka slash Katha slash wife's preference. Yeah, whichever.
Yeah. And if there are boys, there are some other names.
And then boys names as boys as well. And I'm
That's going to be others, maybe. And if there are two boys, then
Yeah.
Siddhant.
Yeah. This we're gonna use when they're born. This we're gonna use. ठीक है, सार्थक पहले मैंने तुमको note दे दिया है. When Shloka slash Katha slash wife's preference and others
or
unborn and more kids are born. This is what we are gonna plug in. Thank
Yeah, I
you
want to
so
experience
much.
fatherhood, so I want to have
Yeah.
kids.
The universe is saying
And I want to
that-
raise some good humans on this planet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the reason I want to, this earth needs some good human beings.
Yes.
There are many, but I want to bring some more.
Nice. Awesome. मेरे पैरों की स्किन ऐसे फूलने लगी.
मुझे भी ऐसा लगा, मेरे को पाँव ऐसे कर रहा था.
Okay, thank you. Mwah, mwah. And also let us know. Also let us know in the comments which part was the most impactful for you, or which part gave you that boom aha moment. Like I needed to hear that. You lovely know in the comments. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you. Bye. I'm Yuvika, your mindset shifting coach.